First and foremost, welcome to my channel and welcome to my DAO repository. In this video, I'll be going over the direction the channel is going to take, my art, my goals for my art, what I'll be selling and how I'll be going about it, the equipment I use, then I'll be closing the video out from there. The video that is going to be at least displayed is going to be just pictures of art that I've personally drawn and completed. It's going to be pretty much in a slideshow format while I'm talking about the direction which the channel is going to be going. Here's the bottom line up front, or the spark notes if you may. I'm going to continue making art progression videos. The medium might change, sometimes paint, sometimes wood carving, or sticking to what I really enjoy, and that's pen to paper. But the heart-filled approach will remain the same. Instead of using YouTube Studio music in the background, my videos will feature me reading books. These won't be books I've written myself. I'll always mention the author and title of the book at the start of the videos and include their name within the description. I'll also have a website and social media. For now, that's going to be Instagram and Facebook, where I'll be posting progressive photos of my work, book recommendations, and I don't know what else, maybe about the equipment in which I use. I do cover later in the video what and how I'll be selling, but for now I'm going to be starting with stickers. Eventually I'll move more into selling prints and later on original pieces. And then finally at the end of the video I'll be talking about the equipment I use, what I like about it, and after that I'll be closing the video out from there. That's the spark notes. Moving on to talk about the direction. Like stated before, the biggest change is going to be no more background music. Instead, it's going to be me struggling to read as I voice over some novels that I find pretty insightful and thought-provoking. The main reason why I'm moving that is because I would like to advocate for other individuals to gain knowledge and or share some knowledge in which I find to be pretty good, pretty thought-provoking, pretty nice. Hopefully giving people a step in a direction that they're willing to walk and or not, or just completely ignore it and just be like, huh, cool, not taking that. But people take what they can get. The main message I want to push is that there's always a path to progress. For me, that path is going to be reading books out loud. I struggle doing so, and I would like to get better at that. I hope I hope the knowledge within them will reach somebody and or just bless their day up. I'll definitely trip up on words and pronunciations along the way, but the goal is that over time I'll either get better at it or at least become bearable to listen to. Like, I'm already struggling with the script that I just typed up for this. The videos will otherwise keep the same vibe, me creating art, following the lines of fate as they unfold. I'll also add commentary on what I'm reading whenever I have beneficial information and or any thoughts that are worth sharing. After direction, we're moving into talk about my art. The best way I can describe my art, honestly, it's as simple as it gets, is going with the flow. But on a deeper, more abstract level, I'm trying to mimic or represent the lines fate draws. And to dive a little deeper into that, the overarching theme is fate is the art of the heavens, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, while Earth is the medium, and lines that are drawn are the paths taken. The idea is probably written somewhere already, but at least for me right now, I feel like I've arrived on that on my own, and it reflects my art and my beliefs. Pretty much simply as like every spiral looks like it comes to an end, and somehow, some way, every line is connected, and honestly, I just really like the patterns I draw, so I'm going to keep going with that and letting them grow. And then the little cough cough part is eventually I might push out a book. It is in fact potentially in the works. Don't know yet. I'm just putting out my little crack pipe theories and thoughts and all that. Um, and then the next bullet after that is where I'm talking about sales. I'm not going to be money driven with this, but any money that comes is welcome and it'll just to help me roll out better products. And I cover that when I talk about it more. But my main platform is going to be Etsy. I'm going to start selling on that for now. At some point, I'll make the items so they can be bought directly from my website, but I'm not there quite yet. For now, I'll be selling stickers. They're all going to be self-made. And by self-made, I mean everything. The design, printing, cutting, and shipping are all going to be done by me. Within the US, depending on the order size, the shipping is going to be free. I'm just going to put a forever stamp on an envelope and send it your way. Um, Maybe two, depending. But when I move into selling prints, the process will be a little different, of course. Granted, like print size, and I have to learn how I would like to go about shipping that to maintain the integrity of the art itself. Um, yeah, but yeah, just gonna keep working on the stickers that I got. I got a few templates. They're gonna be posted up on Etsy here soon after I get everything situated. When I got like my equipment ready to start producing them a little bit more, so I have a stockpile for whenever people start buying them, and it can get rolled out nicely. Um, and then I'll roll into the equipment section. Uh, as for the equipment, I don't really know where to start. I don't use a lot, but at the same time, I feel like I do for at least me. I know there's other artists out there that probably have like 10 times the equipment that I use, but I'm starting off small and I like what I got, and then eventually maybe I'll find something cooler that I like more so. Um, my favorite pens and markers are Copic, specifically the Copic Multiliner SP. I use them in almost everything I do. Copic sells nib and ink replacements for those, which is a huge win for me. The only time I need to get new nibs is when I use the pen in ways that's not really designed for. Like if I'm using it on a rough canvas in which I don't like sand down to make smooth, that rough surface eats that nib really quickly, especially like the finer tipped nibs, like the .003, like that will get shredded by anything that's rough, which makes sense, honestly. Um, as for the paper, um, I'm still looking for one that I really like. I'm eyeing some 100% cotton paper because I would like to experiment with watercolor. Um, right now, I just get like relatively large size pieces of paper and then I just put my art in the middle. Like some of the future videos that I'm going to be posting, you're going to be able to see those larger pieces getting done. And I'm excited to start posting those videos because I know I'm posting one right now and that one's going well. I just know that the lens is a little dirty for all those clips, which will not happen again. I apologize for that. But yeah, looking for nicer paper. Um, I record like camera wise my art using a Sony AV4. It's mounted on on a glide gear system, which pretty much is just like mounting brackets that like hold the camera straight above. I know in previous videos it wasn't like that. I was using like a Joby mount and just having my camera just pointed at a weird angle, but moving forward the angle's going to be top down. Um, I'm still learning how to record and keep it focused on the art instead of on my hands and pens, but I'm cool with that. I'm gonna keep progressing, like which is the whole concept of my channel is just keep getting good. And I'm hoping to keep rocking that and not stopping. For editing and recording, like as far as like videos and audio, I use DaVinci Resolve and Reaper. Both are excellent pieces of software. They're free, though I do recommend paying the $60 for Reaper. Um, saying it's free, yes, free, you get an evaluation period, but Yes. Fantastic piece of software, and I love it. There's a lot to learn in that department for myself, and I'm excited to see the growth there. Um, yeah, I have a lot to learn in how to properly edit videos and or do so more, potentially add some more flavor to it or flair. And then audio. I'm still figuring that out. Like the audio that's probably gonna put in this video is probably gonna be like loud at some points, quiet in others. I'm still trying to find proper distance for myself and my mic, where I should be facing, and how and all about that I need to be recording. As far as the mic goes, I use a Rode mic, and then I have a solid Dell laptop, and I read most of my books from a pocket book, which is a kind of Kindle-esque, but different brand entirely. I love that thing. But almost every single book that I will be reading, I own a physical copy for, and I recommend that. Don't necessarily just read all your books for free, but yeah, support the author if you can. Um, for sticker making equipment, I'm currently using a printer I have, some online, I think it's online. I don't remember the brand, but it's some good label vinyl paper. It's better than the other stuff I was using beforehand, and then some good laminate that like people heavily recommend that they use on like NASCARs and all that. And a cold roller is what I'm going to be using to put the laminate onto the stickers. I'm going to be hand cutting everything for now, and bulk of that money that I'm going to potentially be earning from the stickers is going into upgrading the equipment to make better, higher quality stickers. And then after I get a nice solid foundation built up with that, I'll see, learn, decide on if I'm going to be doing my own prints and or having a company print them out for me to sell. But I'm not ready for those thoughts at the moment. I do not have the living space to be owning a very big printer. Um, and then potentially in the future, I'll be doing videos talking about each individual piece of equipment. I am not sponsored by anything or anyone. Um, but I'll talk about why I use what I use because like as far as the markers, like I found them like years ago and I've never stopped using them. And I absolutely love them. I've tried other things and yeah, you know, the Copic SP multiliner, that's it. Like I know the Sharpie like ballpoint pen, those are great as well, and I love doing pieces with them. They have a nice like flow to them. um, yeah, and I could talk more about like the book, the paper, the camera if I need to, but I feel like there's other videos that people are going to be going way more in depth on those pieces of equipment than myself would, because I am relatively new in learning how those pieces work. Um, and then yeah, yeah, honestly. And closing out the video, I'll just obviously thank you for watching and listening to me rant. I look forward to my own growth and I welcome everybody and anybody along with that journey. Um, if you have any questions, thoughts, or suggestions, let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to respond, and I appreciate all types of feedback, positive, negative, what have you. I'll listen to it and I'll note it, but I won't let it get under my skin or anything like that. And then, of course, like and subscribe if that's what you want to do. Which, but it does help the channel out, I assume. And then the little nice little cheeky thing I put at the end, may your path be wide and everything be what you need. And thanks for visiting my DAO repository. Uh, I'm going to let a few more of the slides go through because I know I got like some pretty nice ones at the tail end of the video. Like there's one that I didn't have fully colored. Well, not necessarily colored. I didn't even have like I didn't color it. I decided to use shades of gray to infill it, and it turns out really nice. So that'll be popping up. And then I have a canvas where I show like the middle part of it, and then I show the end of the canvas, or at least where as far as I've gotten. There's a lot of line work I want to do with that, and I know I'm rambling on just a little bit longer. Um, and then my little standard little closeout picture, intro picture, my icon. But as stated before, thanks for visiting my DAO repository. My website has more information about everything, I guess. For now, gotta type up some more stuff. But thank you, and have a good day, have a good night, what have you. Oh, and a PS for anybody who made it all the way to the end of the video. The first book which I'm going to be voiceovering for is going to be Taoist Meditation by, see, where I'm going to be starting to butcher a ton of names. Wu Yin Charang. Um, well, it's translated with a commentary by that individual, forwarded by Eve Wong. But yep, that's going to be the first book I'm going to be doing voiceover for and adding my own individual commentary towards. Moving forward from there, I think the next one will be. Let me grab it. It's under some papers over here. Care of the Soul, and that's going to be Thomas More. That's going to be the second book, but Taoist Meditation is going to take a bit. I've read through the whole book. I think it's fantastic and extremely thought-provoking and insightful. So that's going to be book one. Moving forward, Care for the Soul is book two. Those are going to be over clips of me drawing, as I stated beforehand. So, yeah. I don't know else that I wanted to throw in this little PS letter, but thanks for listening, and keep on keeping on.